Okay, I just realized my video is not on. Sorry. Yes. So if you want to completely master some topic, if you want to become perfect at some topic, then you should practice teaching it to a child. Like imagine teaching that topic to a child. If you are able to teach that topic to a child, then that means you have become expert in that. So yeah, let's see who has become expert in this. Corresponding. What is the meaning of corresponding? Can you give an example from real life?
I'm
Acha.
like, if there are two
Haan.
roads and they're corresponding to each other, like they're near to each other.
Near to each other. So does being near mean that they are
No, but
corresponding?
like there are two roads that are corresponding to each other. I
Are you
don't know
talking
how
about?
to.
Acha.
Yeah.
Okay. See, corresponding means, for example, let's say I'm standing over here. Okay, and let's say I have an apple in my right hand. This is going to be my right hand, no? And similarly, let's say one of my friends is standing right in front of me or right to my side. And she also has, let's say she has a pineapple, okay, a mango in her right hand. So we will say these are our corresponding, like the apple and the fruits are there in the corresponding hands. This is also the right, in my right hand, the apple is in my right hand, and the mango is in her right hand also. It's not in her left hand. You know what it means? Did you get it now? Yes.
Yes.
The meaning
Yes.
of corresponding is that it's the same for two different figures, for two different or let me give you another example. For example, let's say you are standing in your balcony. Okay, let's say you live in apartments, and there's a building which has, all the homes are made the exact same way, right? So let's say you are standing in your balcony over here, and your friend is also standing in his balcony, and you are standing in the same spot in your respective balconies, the same spot. So these are corresponding parts of these balconies. This part is corresponding with this part. Did you get it? Abdul Jabbar, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Ma'am, so
Yes,
like
Yes, sir.
Abdul.
the car, there's seats, right? So behind, if someone is behind the driver's seat, so will they be corresponding?
No. Corresponding to what? See, because for if you're talking about one car, so this is the driver's seat over here. Like at least in India, this is the driver's seat. I don't know how it is over there. Driver's seat is on the right or the left? I think left, right?
Yes.
In the Gulf. Yeah, okay, fine. So let's make it in the left. So this is corresponding to, now there's another car, maybe a same model, maybe a different model, and the driver's seat over here. So these two seats are corresponding to each other, right? So let's say there's this seat over here. This seat is not corresponding to the driver's seat in the other car. Or let's say this seat over here is not corresponding to the driver's seat in the other car. Getting it? Which two seats
Yes.
are corresponding to each other? The two driver seats are corresponding with each other.
Okay,
Or
ma'am.
like if you want to use it in another term, I will try to explain it in as many ways that I can. See, you must have heard the word counterpart. Have you ever heard this word? Maybe somewhere in news? Ever heard it? Or maybe you've read in some book or something. Yes or no? Have you ever heard this word? Counterpart?
No.
No? See, for example, we say the Indian president and his American counterpart. Can someone tell me what does this American counterpart mean?
The translator?
No. Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you a hint. Over here, counterpart means corresponding person, the person who is corresponding to this guy, Indian president. Now, can you
So
tell
the
me who?
president.
Yes, the American president is corresponding to the Indian president. Get it? So this is what corresponding means in general terms. Now let's talk about in triangles. Okay. So for example, this is, let's make a right angle triangle over here and a right angle triangle over here. These figures are disturbing. Okay. Let's say this is ABC and this is PQR. Abdul Jabbar, can you tell me which vertex? So you see there are three vertices of this triangle, A, B, C. Three vertices of this triangle and three vertices of triangle PQR. Abdul Jabbar, can you tell me which vertex of this triangle is corresponding to vertex Q of this triangle?
B, ma'am.
Very good, B. So now you got it. So this is called B and Q are corresponding parts. Okay. Now, if let's say if you have proven through some or the other way, you have proven that these two triangles are congruent, then you will say that each part of this triangle is equal to the corresponding part on the other triangle. That is why we say CPCT are equal, meaning corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Meaning you will say that BC is equal to QR by CPCT. This is what we say by CPCT, by this rule. Got it? Abdul Jabbar?
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Good. Because this is a query, this is a confusion that a lot of students have. So it's very important to have these basic things cleared. Otherwise, if you don't have the basics cleared, then no matter how much you study, there will always be this confusion inside you. Okay, so now now let's start with this chapter. We don't have to do lines and angles because all of you have already completed it. So let's start with, so I'll have to
Linear
take a look
equation.
at that. Yes, let's start with linear equations. Wait a minute, I'll have to take a look at that list again. Uh, yeah, so none of you, only three of you are having polynomials in their assessment. Coordinate geometry we have done. Linear equations. Fine, then let's start with linear equations. Munir, Munir, you there? Munir,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. Please pay attention. We are starting linear equations, okay? And it's coming in your exam, so please pay attention.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Linear equations in two variables. Acha, till now, you have studied linear equations in one variable. First of all, let's discuss what is linear, what is equation, and what is a variable, and what do we mean by two variables. What does linear mean? What's the meaning of linear?
Straight.
Very good. So it comes from the word line, right? So what do you mean by straight equation? Straight equation.
Like we have addition, subtraction, multiplication.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, this comes from the word line. Now we will discuss why it comes from the, why is it called linear equation? Because linear means something that looks like a line. How can an equation look like a line, right? So equation means something that is, it has some mathematical stuff on the left hand side and there is an equal to, and then it has some mathematical stuff on the right hand side. And that mathematical stuff is basically, it will have terms. Okay, it will be an expression, it will be an algebraic expression which you must have studied in 6th grade. Is that correct? 6th or 7th. So you know what algebraic expressions are. Can someone give me an example? Algebraic expressions.
2x plus 3x equals 5x.
Good. So algebraic expression, an example is, let's say, 2x plus 3x. When you put, now for example, Preshita gave the example is equal to 5x. When you put the sign equal to sign in any expression, it becomes an equation because it has the equal to sign. Okay. So right now we're only talking about expression, so we won't take that into consideration. And 2x plus 3x. Okay. How about 2x plus 3x squared? And then let's say 2x plus 3y. There's a difference in each of these, right?
Yes.
Now the thing is, this has a square term in it, right? So the
Yeah.
degree of this is not equal to 1. What is degree? Degree means the power of the variable. So let's write that. Degree is power of variable. So let's say if I give you an expression or an equation, 4x plus 3x squared plus 4 to the power 5y. Okay. What is the degree of this term? The first term 4x. Degree of this term?
1.
1. Very good. The degree is 1 because the power of x over here, x is to the power 1, right? X to the power 1 is nothing but x. That is why it is 1. Now, what is the degree of the second term?
X square.
The degree is 2. Why? Because the degree means power. Which power is this? This is the second power, the 2. That is the power. So the power is, sorry, the degree is 2. Got it? The degree of the term. These are called terms, by the way. Okay, how many terms does this expression have?
3.
3. This is one term. This is one term. This is one term. Term is something that is separated by other terms with a plus or a minus. Okay. So for example, if I say, let's discuss term for a minute. If I say x into y into z plus x into 1 by y. How many terms are there in this?
2.
2. Because this is one term and this is another term. Okay. You will not say that this has 3 terms, x into y into z. So x and y and z are 3 terms. No. If something is being, if two things, two variables or two constants or a constant and a variable are being multiplied with each other or divided, they are called as just one term. For example, this can be written as x into y into z can be written as xyz plus this x into 1 by y can be written as x by y. So now this, you can see clearly, much more clearly, that this is just two terms. So here we have one term is over here, one term is over here. These are just two terms. Okay. So I hope the concept of term is clear. Acha, tell me one thing. If there is 2x plus 3 multiplied by 3y, how many terms does this have?
2.
3.
Acha. Abdul Jabbar?
Yes, ma'am.
How many terms do you think this has? It's okay to give the wrong answer. I'm not going to give you marks for this answer.
Mm, 3.
Okay. So let's see how to do this kind of a thing. So first you will, when you are counting the number of terms, that means first you will just expand this. You will open the bracket. So when we open the bracket, what will we have?
2x plus 3x into 3y.
It will be 2x into 3y, because this 3y is being multiplied with both of these, right? 3y is being multiplied with both of these. So it will be 2x into 3y plus 3 into 3y. Is this clear? How are we
Yes.
opening the bracket? Yes. So now what is 2x into 3y? Now we will simply just multiply the constants with each other. So 2 into 3 is
5. No,
into
no.
3. They are being multiplied. Yes. 2 into 3 is 6. And then xy. X multiplied by y is written as xy. Plus 3 into 3 is
9y.
9. And then there's a y. So this is 9y. Now how many terms are there, Abdul Jabbar?
2.
2 terms. So you see, when we have such a question, we have to always just open. I mean, they're not going to ask you the number of terms, but it is important to know the number of terms when you're solving something. So what we have to do is open the bracket so that we can, things will become more clear. Okay, now let's come to the degree. So there are 3 terms in this we just now discussed. The degree of this is 2. Now, Preshita, what is the degree of this term? The last term?
I guess 1.
Okay, Avni, what is your answer?
9.
Degree of this is 9. Okay. And Abdul Jabbar,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the degree of this term? Degree means, what is
High.
degree? Just read it over here.
Ma'am, power of the variable.
Yes. So what is the degree of this term? Anyone else would like to try?
1.
Very good. So yes. So Preshita and Abdul Jabbar, it is 1. Avni, okay, you tell me what made you say 9? I'm just curious. Did you add 4 plus 5?
No, ma'am. I thought it was like 9y, so I thought it was 9.
Acha, acha, acha. Okay, fine. No problem. So we were talking about this term. Acha. So here it is, the degree of this term is 1, because the variable is y and the power of y is 1. So the degree of this term is 1. Is this clear to everyone, Zen?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Okay, acha, let's talk about this. So over here there are 2 terms, right? Over here. And what is the degree of the first term? Who will tell me?
1.
Acha. Anyone else?
No, ma'am. 2, 2, 2. Because it's
Why?
x and y.
Yes. So it is x power is also 1 and y power is also 1. So you will add both the powers. Okay. Just like we saw in the chapter number systems, when you have 2 variables, let's say you have x to the power a multiplied by y to the power a, let's say, then you just, no, not like that. X to the power m into x to the power n. You add this m plus n, right? So similarly, we will just add their powers. We will say the degree of this term. You see, individually they are x and y, but the degree of this term is 2, because 1 plus 1. And the degree of this term is what? Yes.
Are you saying the power of y?
Yes, the degree of this term.
It is 1.
It is 1, right? Now let's talk about degree of the whole algebraic expression. In other words, we are going to call it a polynomial, okay? But I will tell you when it is called a polynomial and when it is not called a polynomial. But right now, let's talk about the degree of the entire, let's say, algebraic expression. Because algebraic expression, you guys are already aware of. That's why I'm using that term. So degree of this expression, this entire thing, is the highest degree. The highest degree. So over here, the highest degree is what? One term's degree is 2, the other term's degree is 1. What is the highest degree? Which one is higher, 2 or 1? Yes,
First
2
one.
is higher, na? So the degree of this polynomial or the degree of this expression, the degree of this entire expression is considered as the highest degree. Okay. So it is 2. Similarly, can you tell me what about this expression? What is the degree of this expression?
And which expression?
This one, the one that has 3 terms. 4x square plus 3x square, 4x plus 3x square plus 4 to the 5y.
1 minute.
This one.
The highest term, right? The highest
No,
degree.
the highest degree, yes.
It's 3x square.
No. You don't have to tell me the term. You have to tell me what is the highest degree of this expression. The highest degree is, just look at the 3 degrees we have written now.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 1. The highest is 2. So the degree of this expression is 2. Okay. Is this clear to everyone? Is there any doubt? You all can ask me in the chat box also. Or you can just unmute and ask if there's any doubt. Acha, no doubt. Fine. So we were discussing why are we studying linear equations in 2 variables. So see, linear means line. And we are going to discuss why it's called a line. And then equation and then variables. Now look at these. This has 1 variable. Number of variables is 1. Right? 1 variable, just x. 2x plus 3x. Right? This one, we're talking about this. So this has just 1 variable. So it is now linear means, before we get into 2 variables, first of all, linear means when degree of the expression is 1, it's not more than 1, then it's called linear. So let's write it over here. Linear means degree of the expression or of the term, anything. Degree is 1, then it is linear. When degree is, when degree is 2, do you know what it's called when the degree is 2? For example, 4x square plus
Square.
2x. What is this called? This is, see, if it is just 4x plus 2x, this is called a linear expression. But if it is 4x square plus 2x, it is called a quadratic expression. Is that clear? Okay, it's called a quadratic expression. When the degree is 3, it is called a cubic expression.
Cubic
Okay.
polynomial and they are the
Yes.
same.
Yes. Okay. See, actually, Abdul Jabbar, we are going to come to polynomial and its details just in a minute now. Okay. We are first of all, we are discussing what is the meaning of each of these things that are there in the title of this chapter. Okay. So if you can see in this expression 2x plus 3x square, is this linear or not?
Degree is 2, right?
Yes, degree is 2. So it is not linear. Linear means degree is 1. That is how it becomes a line. We will see that also. later on in the chapter how it becomes a line. Okay, degree is 1. Then, so this is not a linear equation. This is in one variable, but it's not a linear equation. This is in one variable, the first expression. It's in one variable, but it's not linear. Sorry, it is linear and it is in one variable. This is in one variable, but not linear. Okay. The third one is in two variables and it is, can you tell me it is linear or not?
Linear.
It is linear because each of the terms, every term, its degree is 1. Okay. So if, let's say, if you have something like this, you have x plus y whole square. Okay, let's not think of x plus y whole square. Let's think of something like x plus xy plus 2y. How about this? What is the degree of this expression?
1, 1, 1.
What is the degree of the entire expression? Acha, first of all, what is the degree of the first term?
1,
1. Degree of the second term?
1.
It's 2. Because
Oh
the
yeah,
degree
2.
of here is 1 and y is also 1. The power of x is 1, the power of y is also 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. That is why the degree of this is 2 and the degree of this is 1. So the highest degree for this expression is what? 2. So this is not a linear expression. This does not qualify to be a linear expression. So what is our linear equation in two variables going to look like? It is going to look like this, 2x plus 3y. But this is an expression. The difference between an expression and an equation is the introduction of an equal to sign. So if you have an expression like 2x plus 3y and you put an equal to sign and you write something over here 5, okay, this becomes a linear equation in two variables. Is it clear what a linear equation in two variables means?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now let's come to what is the meaning of polynomial. You have studied algebraic expressions. So polynomial is basically that, but there are certain rules for, we were going to study this in the polynomials chapter, but okay, let's just discuss it over here. So there are certain rules for the algebraic expression. The power of the x, it should not just be, so tell me one thing. So you have 2x plus 3y. We said 2x plus 3y equals 5. We said that it is a linear equation in two variables, right? Tell me about 2x plus 3y equals, how about 5x to the power half? Is it a linear equation in two variables? Yes or no? Or let's say, is it a linear polynomial in two variables? It's not. It's not a linear polynomial in two variables. Why, Abdul Jabbar?
The power.
Power of x. What happened to the power of x? Why is it not a linear polynomial? Or why is it not? What's wrong with this? Yes, Abdul
Whole
Jabbar?
number. It has to be a whole number.
Yes. The power of x should be a whole number. Okay. Power of any variable, not just x. Power of the variable should be a whole number. That is the first condition. The second condition is, usually we have, and I'm saying usually, okay, we have polynomials in just one variable. So you will usually have polynomials that look like this. Ax square, or let's not write a. Let's say x to the power q, x3, x to the power 3 plus x square plus x plus, let's say 2 is equal to 0. Or you don't have to write the equal to sign. This is a polynomial. Poly means the degree is more than 1, it's more than 2. It can be 3 or more than 3. Okay. Poly means degree is of variable type. So you can, over here you can see that there is a term in the degree 3 also, there is a term in the degree 2 also, in the degree 1 also. So degree can be anything, okay? In the sense that it can be any whole number. Degree can be any whole number. You don't have to stop at just 2. And polynomial means that there are many terms in the same variable x, okay? There are different types of polynomials. We can just discuss that as well very quickly. Monomial, binomial, trinomial, and anything after that is called a polynomial. What does this mean? Mono means 1. So any polynomial which just has one term is a monomial. For example, x square, or 5y. These are all monomials, or let's say minus 2 r. Okay, this is a polynomial in R. So let's not write R, Z. Okay, so these are all monomials. Next, binomial. Binomial means, as the name suggests, it means bi means what? 2, right? So binomial means it has 2 terms. Binomial means 2 terms. Monomial means 1 term. 2 terms. Can you give me an example, Avni?
Yes, ma'am.
Example of binomial.
Binomial x square plus x cube.
Very good. X square plus x cube. Okay. We can also say, let's say minus 5x square plus 2x, or like just 2. That is also fine. Trinomial means 3 terms. I don't think I have to write examples for this. This is pretty obvious. And anything more than that is generally referred to as polynomial. But polynomial, this is a monomial is also a polynomial. A binomial is also a polynomial, and trinomial is also a polynomial. But a polynomial is like a general word. Okay. So anyway, let's now move on to why it is called, why we say that this is linear equation, and why do we say that this has come from the word line. Okay, let me just show you this is a calculator, a graphing calculator. Wait a minute. What is that? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Can you see this? My screen? My the screen in which there is a graph. Are you able to see it?
No, ma'am.
Acha, wait, it's loading. Wait a minute.
Okay, ma'am.
Let me try to stop share this. Now it's visible, I think. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It is.
So, if any of you has written an example of linear equation in 2 variables, I gave an example. Remember, I enclosed it inside a box. Can you tell me what it was? A example of linear equation in 2 variables. Anyone can give the example.
2x square plus 3x.
No. I said linear equation. X square is not going to be linear. No, it will become a quadratic term.
2x plus 3x.
Okay, but that is just one variable. X and X. I'm saying linear equation, but it should be in 2 variables. That means X and Y.
Plus 2x. Yeah, 2x plus 3y.
Okay, 2x plus 3y equals what? It should be equal to something.
No, ma'am. 2xy plus
Acha,
3x.
2xy. 2xy. You are saying 2xy. So if it is 2xy, just imagine that what will be the degree of that term 2xy?
5x square y.
No, the degree of that term 2xy. The power of x is 1, the power of y is also 1. So the degree of that
2.
term will be 2. But we are talking about degree 1. Tell me example of a linear equation. Again, linear equation in two variables. Who will tell me? Abdul Jabbar,
Yes, ma'am.
give me an example of linear equation in two variables.
2x
2x
plus 3y.
plus 3. Now see how when I'm writing, look at the graph it's making. Okay, 2x plus 3 looks like that. Did you see what 2x looked like? 2x looks like this. Look at the green line on the graph. Okay, this is the graph of this equation 2x. If you just write 2x is equal to 0, if that is your equation, this is what the graph is going to look like. Okay, now he said plus 3y. Now see, when I'm adding plus 3, this is 2x plus 3. See what it looks like. Okay, now one more thing, what you said, 3y. Yeah, I'm sorry. That graph which I showed you, I made a mistake. That graph which I showed you, 2x, this is not 2x is equal to 0. This is 2x is equal to y. Okay. And this is 2x plus 3 is equal to y, which looks like this. And then this is 2x plus 3y. Now you have to tell me equal to something, otherwise it won't show on the graph. Yes, Abdul Jabbar. Equal to
Mm,
anything, just say any number.
5xy.
See, again, Avni, if you say 5xy, then it will no longer be a linear equation, right?
7.
Yes or no, Avni?
Yes.
Got it? Your
Yes, ma'am.
concept is cleared now. So is equal to, let's say it is equal to 12. That's it. It's equal to 12. Okay, 12 is becoming too long. Let's write 6. There you go. This is what it looks like when you plot this equation on the graph. It will start looking like a line. In fact, it will be a line. That is why it is called a linear equation. Linear, because it's a line. Now, how does this happen? How did this happen? How did a bunch of numbers become a shape? Can someone tell me? We wrote 2x plus 3y equals 6. That's just a bunch of numbers and variables. How did that become this green line? Does anyone know?
Ma'am, no
That's the
idea.
equation of the line.
Equation of the line. What do we mean by
Yeah.
equation of line? Why do we say that?
From this equation, we get the different points and we mark it on the Cartesian plane and get the shape of the line.
See, what happens is, Avni, you were saying something?
Ma'am, I said I didn't get it.
Acha. Okay. I'm going to say something now and tell me whether you're getting that or not. Okay. See, can you see my whiteboard?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sharing that screen also. So, for example, and keep looking at both the things when I tell you to, okay? So we have 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. What we do is, we say, okay, I am going to look for points on the line. Okay, why? Because we know that, and we have studied in Euclid's geometry, that in order to draw a line, what do you need? In order to draw a very specific line, what do you need? You need to have 2
A
points.
starting point.
Yes, you need to have a starting point. Not a line doesn't have a starting point. You just need to have any 2 lines in between. Any 2 points in between. So let's say this is the line that you want. Okay. Or in our case, this was the line that we wanted. So you need any 2 points in order to make the line, or in order to know the equation of the line. So now the thing is, what is a point? What is the relationship between a point and a line? See, every point that lies on this line will be a solution to its equation. Please write it. Every point, and I will explain this, okay? Every point that lies on a line will be a solution to its equation. Now, what does this mean? This means, for example, now look at the graph, okay? So there is, can you see that there are 2 points that are boldly mentioned? Can you see 2 points that are boldly being shown? This one.
Yes, ma'am. 3 and 2.
What's the name of that point?
Why?
0, 2 and
0, 2.
0,
And
3.
this is 0, 3. Think again. What is this other point?
3, 0.
3, 0, right? So this point is 3, 0. You can see it's written root over here. We will discuss more about root when it comes to the polynomials chapter. So, yes. So these two, okay, where did those points go? Yeah. So these 2 points are lying on the line, right? So that means, like, now let's look at the first point that you said, the point that is on the y-axis, which is 0, 2. So this point is 0, 2. So that basically means this x-axis, the x coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate is? Look at my whiteboard.
2.
Y coordinate is 2, right?
Yeah.
Avni,
Yes, ma'am.
when you have 5, 4, what is the x coordinate of this point?
5,
5. Y coordinate is
4.
4. So similarly, for this point which we have on the line, the x coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate is 2. Let's try to put this 0 and 2 in our equation. Okay. When you put it in the equation, what happens? In place of x, you put 0. In place of x, you put 0. And in place of y, what do you put? In place
3.
of y, what do you put? Why 3? What is y from the coordinate? What y coordinate do we have?
3, 0.
Bache, over here, look at this. Look at this point that we on my whiteboard. I'm going to pause my sharing for a while so that you don't get confused. Pause.
Yeah, ma'am.
I am talking about this point. Look at the y coordinate.
It is 2.
2, right? So in place of y, what do I put? I put 2. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Now this should be equal to 6. If it is equal to 6, we say that this point satisfies the equation of the line. Okay, if it is equal, if LHS is equal to RHS. So what is 2 into 0? What is 2 into 0? 0. And what is 3 into 2?
6.
6. So your LHS is coming out to be exactly equal to the RHS, which is 6. So that means this point satisfies the equation of the line. So every point which satisfies the equation of the line will be a point on the line. What does that mean? I'm going to start sharing the other thing. Yes. Can you see the graph now? Can you see the graph? Yes or no? Yes. Are you able to see the graph? Am I audible? Hello?
I'm you're audible.
Are you able to see the graph or not?
1 minute. Yeah.
Look at the graph now. So, okay. So we said that these 2 points, the point 0, 2 and 3, 0 lie on the line. Now, how about this point over here? I'm going to just mark a point right over here. What is the, which point is this? Can someone tell me? What is the coordinates of this point?
2, 2.
2, 2. Very good. So, can you see that this point 2, 2 does not lie on the line? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So the point 2, 2 does not lie on the line. So that means when you put the value of x and y as 2 and 2 in this equation, 2x plus 3y equals 6, then it should not satisfy the equation. Just try it. Just try it that you have 2x plus 3y equals 6. We want to check whether we have to check whether the point, this type of questions might come in your exam, whether the point 2, 2 is, or sorry, lies on the equation, sorry, lies on the line which has equation 2x plus 3y equals 6. Okay, so what they're asking you basically by this question is that check whether this point 2, 2 lies on this green line. When you look at the graph, you can see very easily that it doesn't lie on the line. Take a look at the graph again. You can see very easily that it doesn't lie on the line, right? But they are saying without drawing the graph, if you don't have the graph to look at, how will you tell whether this point lies on the line or not? So for that, what will we do? Who will tell me? Just now we did something. We put a point. We had a point 0, 2. This was x and this was y, and we put x in place of x, we put y in place of y. That's what we had done, है ना?
Ma'am, your
Can we do
screen is freezed. We cannot, like, I cannot see any changes in the screen, in the graph.
Acha, that's because I have paused the share. Can you come back to the whiteboard?
Okay. Okay, ma'am, 1 second. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So did you understand the question? Look at the
No, ma'am,
question.
because I was just,
Acha, okay.
yeah.
Acha, okay. See, so the question is, now just remember the image of the graph in front of you, okay? That
Okay.
point A, what were the coordinates of that point A? 2, 2?
0, 2 and 3, 0.
No, the point A, the other point that I had drawn. Remember? The one that Avni said it's 2, 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the one that lied outside of the line, like over here.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So what were the coordinates of that point? 2, 2.
2, 2.
The question is asking, check whether the point 2, 2 lies on the line or not. According
Okay.
to the graph that you had seen just now when I was sharing the screen,
Yeah.
was it lying on the line?
No.
Ma'am, can I
No,
go
it
to
wasn't. Yes, Abdul Rahman, what?
the toilet?
Yeah, okay, sure. Okay, it was lying on the line.
Yeah.
It was not
No,
lying on the
it
line.
wasn't.
It wasn't. But what if you don't have the graph in front of you to look at? What if I ask you, well, without looking at the graph, tell me whether that point lies on the line or not? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? like what we did over here in this case,
Mhm.
we said the point 0, comma 2. The 0 is the x coordinate, 2 is the y coordinate. So
Oh,
I will put the
okay.
x in place of the x,
Mhm.
I will put the y in place of the y, and I will see whether it is satisfying the equation or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the
Hmm.
same thing we're going to do over here. I am going to put 2 in place of x and this other 2 in place of y. Where am I going to
Y.
put it? I am going to put this over here
Yeah.
and this over here.
Yes. So 4 plus
2 into
6.
2 plus 3 into 2. This 2 comes from this 2 over here.
10, which isn't equal to 6.
Yeah, so this is 4 plus 6, which is equal to 10, which is not equal to 6. That
Hmm.
is the reason why
It
it
does
was
not lie
lying,
on the
yes, it was lying
line.
outside of the line. Okay, so let me give
Yeah.
you another example now. I'm going to share the, where did it go? Can't even do undo in this. There's no option for undo. Just a minute. What? Just a minute. Okay. Huh. Can you see the screen now? Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
let's say, look at this point. Wait a minute. Can you see the point B over here? This is the point B.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. It lies on the
Minus
line,
3
right?
comma 4. Yeah, it
Minus
does.
3 comma 4. Good. So minus 3 comma 4. Now if someone asks you, now this is what you have seen on the graph. Imagine you don't have the graph in front of you and someone
Mm-hmm.
asks you, check whether the point minus 3 comma 4 lies
Yes, ma'am,
on,
it does.
it does. Why?
Because minus 3 into 2 equals minus 6 and 4 into 3 equals 12. 12 minus 6 equals 6, which is equals to 6.
So
Yeah.
what we are going to do
B
now
lies on
is
the line.
B lies. So let's take another point. Let's take this point. Okay. C point. The point C lies on the, as from the graph, we can see that it lies on the line. But if someone
Yes.
asks you without seeing the graph, you have to tell whether this point, what are the coordinates of this point?
0, comma 2 and 3, comma 0.
No, what are the coordinates of the point C? Are you able to see the point C? Point
Oh,
C.
yeah. 6, comma minus 2.
6 comma minus 2. So the point 6 comma minus 2. Now another question.
Yes, ma'am,
Check
it will,
whether the point
because then
6 comma
again,
minus
2 into 3 is
2. So
6,
again, what
comma
we have
minus
to
2,
do
right?
is we have to copy this, and
Hmm.
in place of x, acha, Avni,
Yes, ma'am.
in place of x, what do we have to put in order to
6
check whether it's lying on the line or not? Yes, we have to put 6. And in place of y, what do we have to put?
minus 2.
Minus 2. So what are we getting? 12 minus 6, which is 6. This is equal to the RHS, which is over here, it was 6, right? So it is equal to the RHS. Therefore, this point 6 comma minus 2 lies on the line. Or in other words, is a solution of 6 comma minus 2 is a solution of what?
The line,
2x
the
plus 3y
equation.
equals 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do some very basic questions on this. Where did it? What chapter were we doing? How? So, see, the first exercise of this chapter we will do later. It's a very basic exercise, which we will do it at the end of this chapter. Okay. So let's do the second exercise first. Check which of the following are solutions of the equation. We are doing the third question right now. Okay. Exercise. I think I forgot to write the date. September 14. Exercise 4.2. Third question. Check which of the following are solutions of the equation x minus 2y equals 4 and which are not. So first of all, let's check for 0, 2. Is this a solution of the equation? What do we have to do for this? We just now did very similar questions. What do we have to do for this?
We have to put the x in place of x and y in place of y.
Yes. So 0 in
So-
place of x and
0 minus 4 equals, which it's not equal to 4. So
in place of x we put 0, in place of y we put 2. So
2.
in this equation,
2
in this
into
equation.
minus 2 is not equals to 4.
So the LHS, how do we write it? We were supposed to write our answer like this. Okay. This is the way of writing the
Yeah.
answer. Please note. LHS 0 in place of x, you're going to write 0 minus 2 times what? 2. Because in place of y, we are putting 2. This is equal to 0 minus 4 is equal to minus 4, which is not equal to RHS. RHS is what? 4. So it is not equal to RHS. Therefore, 0, 2 is not a solution
Of x minus 2y equals 4.
of x minus 2y equals 4. Okay. Next. Acha. I'm going to do a different one, which is not there in the question in the textbook. Who all are here? Munir. Munir? Munir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, Munir, tell us how to check whether 0 is 0, minus 2. No one else will give me the answer. If you're done with the answer, you can just type it in the chat box. 0, minus 2, a solution of the same equation of x minus 2y equals 4. Munir, how do we check?
Oh, ma'am.
You can look at the previous answer also and get a hint from there. How we did that answer. Here.
So we should write 0 minus 2.
We should write 0 in place of x. And what should we write in place of y?
2, ma'am. Minus 2.
Minus 2. Good. So it will be, this will become, we will first write LHS is equal to 0 minus 2 times minus 2 is equal to, now what does this become? 0 minus minus 2?
Plus 4, ma'am.
0
So,
plus 4 and this is equal to 4. Is this equal to the RHS or not?
Yes, ma'am.
This is equal to the RHS. Therefore, what should we write? What is the answer now? Is it a solution or not a solution?
Therefore, 0 minus 2 is a solution, ma'am, of
Is
x
a
minus 2.
solution of x minus 2y equals 4.
4.
Good. Now the second part of this equation of the question says 2, 0. Check whether 2, 0 is a solution of x minus 2y equals 4. Avni?
Yes, ma'am. So x is
Yes.
equal to 2 plus 2 into 0.
Bache, it's minus 2.
Minus
2 into 0. And what does
Yes.
this become equal to? 2 minus 0.
0.
Then
is equal to 4.
is equal to 4. It's not equal to 4. We are just checking the left hand side of the equation. Do not write is equal to 4 over here.
Okay.
That's why I made it very clear. You have to write it like this, LHS. First, we are taking the LHS and we are solving the LHS. What we are doing is we are taking the LHS, we are solving the LHS, and we are seeing whether it is coming out to be equal to the RHS. If it comes out to be equal to the RHS, then it will be a solution. So that's what we have to check. First, we will take the left hand side. Okay. This is equal to 2. It's not equal to the RHS. Therefore, Avni, what will we write
Yes.
here?
Therefore, 0, 2 is not the solution of x minus
2,
2y is
2,
equal to
0, not 0, 2. 2, 0 is 2, 0 is
not the solution
not a
of
solution. Not a
of
solution.
x.
Okay. So do this and do the next one as well. 4, 0. Yes. Do the next one. 4, 0. Abdul Rahman,
Yes.
how do we check whether 4, 0 is a solution of x minus 2y equals 4?
Well, let me think.
Yes, it's okay. Take your time.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes. Just a minute, Abhi. Just a minute. Abdul Rahman, are you done?
Wait.
Abdul Rahman, hurry up. The class is going to be
Okay.
over very soon. Yes,
So
yes, yes.
should first substitute 4 and 0.
So 4 should be written in place of what?
4 should be in the place of y.
Why will it be in the place of y? 4 is the x coordinate or the y coordinate, Abdul Rahman?
Y coordinate. I mean, sorry, x.
X coordinate, right? So it will be in the place of x. I have even done color coordination for you, Abdul Rahman.
Okay, sorry. So, so you put 4 in the x place and put 0 in y's place.
So what will it become? What will my equation become now?
It will become 4 minus 20.
4 minus 2 times 0, not 20. That is 2 multiplied by y.
2.
2
So
multiplied
2
by y.
is 2.
The LHS is 4 minus 2 times 0, which is 4 minus 0, which is 4. So this is equal to the RHS, and this is how we're going to write it, Abdul Rahman. Okay. This is equal to the
Okay.
RHS. Therefore, 4, 0. Yes, Avni?
4, 0 is the solution of 4 minus x minus 2y is equal to 4.
You won't say the solution, you will say a solution. Okay. Why are we saying a solution? This I will tell you in the next class. Inshallah. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
A
Before-
solution because there are infinite number of solutions for every
Yes.
line.
Yeah.
Can understand.
Yeah. So we will discuss this in detail in the next class. Inshallah. Okay. Acha, just a minute. Let me
Okay.
write your attendance. So we have,
So, ma'am, question.
yes.
When will you teach me? When will we take a revision of my test?
Revision of what?
The for my subjects are coming for maths.
Are you asking revision test?
No, I'm not. I'm asking
Revision
for
class.
a revision, the revision class.
Class. Okay. Where is the thing? Okay. So Abdul Rahman, your uh, lines and angles, you want a revision for this?
Yes, and Heron's formula.
Heron's formula. Chalo, okay, fine. We will have a revision for Heron's formula as well. Is that okay?
Okay.
But the
and
issue is that your exam is just in 3 days. So see, Abdul Rahman, I will give you a suggestion.
it will be in September 7th. So
17th.
unit test. It's a unit test, not an exam.
Yeah, same thing. So 17th September, na? So Abdul Rahman, what I'm saying, acha, the rest of you can leave, okay? I've written your attendance. Abdul Rahman, see, your Heron's formula, as I have already discussed with you, we have already covered Heron's formula. Maybe you have not written notes of it. Maybe you have not written it in your notebook. But according to the attendance records, you were there in the entire July. And we have done Heron's formula in July itself. So that means you were there during the Heron's formula chapter. But you are saying that you want a revision class. No problem. We will give a revision class. But the issue is that your exam is just in 3 days, right? So one
Test.
recommendation, your test is in 3 days. My recommendation to you is that you can look at the class recordings. Okay.
Okay.
Look at the recordings of the classes, do the questions, and one day before your exam or your test, we will have a session in which you can discuss your doubts of both of these chapters, lines and angles and Heron's formula, both of these. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And most probably we are going to schedule a lines and angles class for Preshita as well. So you can join that class. I will let the admin team know about this. Okay.
At which day?
I will let you know. They will let you know. I will let them know that you have to do this lines and angles chapter also. Okay. It will be soon. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.